So if you read the news in England, you should know that we have a problem with child abuse. And it's not just the child abuse, although that's bad enough. It's the fact that the politicians, the police, the councillors, the MPs, people in authority haven't been as good as they should have been in stopping this. In fact, in many cases, they've been complicit in it. Now, British Pakistani think tank Quilliam, they showed us that in 84% of cases, these grooming gangs are Muslim. And that's a huge problem in itself, but there are cases where this isn't Muslim at all. In fact, there's this specific case which involves Cyril Smith, and he's a former Liberal MP for Rochdale. And after he died in 2010, lots of people came forward to talk about actually what was happening to them in Rochdale. And it's young boys. Young boys were involved in, allegedly, in this case, were in the toilets, the public toilets near the council building, and in the Knollview school, they were being sexually abused and given money. Rent boy activity, they called it. These young boys, as young as 11. And there's a case that I've read about today. It's been going on the last couple of days. There's a new inquiry into what happened in Rochdale. And the Labour Party council leader of the time has been suspended, Richard Farnell, and the Daily Mail is reporting that he could face charges of perjury for lying during this inquiry. And Richard Farnell has been suspended from the Labour Party and slammed for his shameful bid to evade responsibility for the sex abuse scandal. He claims he knew nothing about it. He knew nothing about it. But the whole point of this inquiry is to find out the extent of the problem, because people, it seems, did know about it. And it's crazy that people get in so much trouble for talking about this. But here it is. Here it is. The politicians, according to this inquiry, according to these reports, knew what was happening. So let me just read what the report said. The panel, in fact, said, the records of individual children convey a total lack of urgency on the part of relevant authorities to address the problem and treat the matters involved for what they were, serious sexual assaults. We concluded that no one in authority viewed child sexual exploitation as an urgent child protection issue. Rather, boys as young as 11 were not seen as victims, but as authors of their own abuse. Where have we heard this before? Where have we heard this? Rotherham. Sammy Woodhouse, one of the victims of Rotherham, she said the same thing. She was treated like it was her own fault. And politicians, people in authority did nothing. There's even cases in Rotherham of police tearing up reports. This is a huge problem. How deep this must go. I mean, this isn't just a Muslim grooming gang issue. This is politicians allegedly involved with it as well. And now we've got politicians lying and saying they didn't know anything and now facing charges of perjury. British politicians don't care about our kids. They just don't care at all. And isn't it funny how it always seems to be the Labour Party politicians as well? Now, I'm no huge fan of the Tories, and it certainly happened on their watch as well. But it's always predominantly Labour councils where this seems to happen. Why is that? Wouldn't you think that the people in the Labour Party would start asking themselves, why is this happening? Why am I representing a party that consistently fails kids and results in kids being abused? Why would they want to be a part of that party? And how dare they claim to be a party of the working class? It's the working classes that are being screwed over by the Labour Party, not just in terms of their tax proposed policies, reducing the threshold down to £6,000, which hurts everybody at the bottom, but the fact that the Labour Party has been so bad at dealing with issues that affect the working class, from immigration and the destruction of local businesses and our local communities, and now even our kids. When is Labour going to do something about this? When is Labour going to act? Watch me and the rest of the Rebel team on our brand new app. Download it now from the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store.